Now, it's time for Spotlight on Business, where every week we put the spotlight on a different local business so you can find out how they serve you and the community. Now from Michiana's Morning News, it's Laura Smith.
Welcome to Coffee Talk. It happens to be the November edition already because, this morning we turned the calendar and turned back the clocks, and here we are ready to do what is my all-time favorite thing to do, and that's talk about the most delicious coffee on planet Earth. Refinery Coffee Company coffee and Regina Troyer.
Hello.
Hello. How are you? Happy November. Happy daylight savings.
Yes, 1 extra hour of sleep. How nice is that? And a little extra time to enjoy a good cup of coffee.
For sure. Absolutely. That's what I do, and that's what I did. I can't believe it's November, really, truly, because I feel like we were just talking about, we were in spring and you were giving the flavors for spring and things like, and here we are. We're almost done with 2025.
This year is just flying by. I feel like the older we get, the faster it goes. And it's just life, I think.
I think that's absolutely true. So being that it's November 1st,
yes,
I do regale us with what flavors you have come up with. I can smell them already.
Well, sometimes it's good to go back to basics. And for November, we decided to just go back to our toasted Southern pecan because it's one of those staples that I love. And I love pecan pie. So we thought this would be a good addition to put to Thanksgiving for dessert.
Yum.
We kind of are featuring a couple flavors that would go well with your dinners. And if you're hosting like a Friendsgiving even, that would be a really great option as well. So the Southern pecan is like a buttery toffee pecan. And then we're also doing pumpkin brulee. And I know people are kind of glossing over the fall and they're going into Christmas, but I just want to take time to still enjoy our fall flavors because we still have a month. And
absolutely.
Yeah.
It's not Christmas yet.
No, not yet.
And we also just want to enjoy it. That's the thing, living in the moment. And so we have a whole month of November. And let's just, focus on. And then we have Thanksgiving to look forward to.
That's right.
And so I love this time of year. I think most people do.
Yeah, it's
and
beautiful.
There's just
out.
something so beautiful about it.
It really is. So the pumpkin brulee is our pumpkin spice with our creme brulee. So it's just a really creamy note to it. It's not quite as spicy. We do have some people that just don't like all the spice that's in the pumpkin. So it's a little more muted, and it's a very nice addition for a dinner. And then for the single origin, we're promoting the organic Peruvian. This is a really great coffee. We use it in some of our blends, some of our espressos. It is a medium roast, and it's very clean on the aftertaste, medium on the acidity. We have a lot of our clients that really love a coffee that is pesticide free and organically grown. So this is a really great option, and this is going to be $1 off as well. So $15.50, and it's still for £1. And we will have that for the month of November. And stop by the shop. We'll have that brewed daily. You can sample those flavors along with a whole bunch of other ones.
Yeah, of course. And, I like how you do that for your customers. Normally, you would think, well, if these are the special flavors of the month, I'm going to pay more for that. But no, you always give people a treat by having your flavors of the month discounted $1 per bag. Then, of course, you have your loyalty card. And people love that, too, because I have been known to go in there and buy 9 bags of coffee before. So get the 10th one free.
Yeah,
I love
it is
that.
a nice thing. And, we're still old school with the whole loyalty card thing. But you know what? I do believe our customers enjoy that. And it is a nice option. And you can keep that card with you, or we even have a little box you can store it. If your spouse is coming in and you don't know who has the card, we always run into that with couples.
Oh, that's a good idea.
So it's kind of a nice option. So yeah, those are the main ones we have. We do have a brand new organic also that we brought in called the Flores. And I wanted to mention that again this month. It is available. It's limited edition. We won't always have it. And it's from a tiny island where the Komodo dragons are from. And I really am loving this coffee. It's available more in a medium dark. It's also a great option for organic coffee drinkers. And I feel like that is growing the trend, and people love having that option.
Really? So you have customers coming in and specifically asking for organic coffee?
Yes. We also carry a really great Sumatran, and that Sumatran specifically is my favorite coffee as a dark. because it is dark on the roast, but it is not bitter. And I can't tell you, I still firmly believe in air roasted coffee. And this past week I was traveling. I was in Ohio and I went to this cute little bistro. I was in Holmes County and I ordered a cup of coffee because I know the roaster that produces this coffee. And this coffee is not air roasted. It is drum. And I cannot tell you, I sat there drinking it and I'm telling my daughter, I can tell this is not an air roasted coffee. It is just bitter. Like it was not the same. And I know, and then of course my daughter's like, Mom, you're such a coffee snob. Can you really tell the difference? And I'm like, yes, I can.
Well, that's why you are the grand mistress of coffee. We were coming up with names for you last week, John and I, on the air in the morning show, because everybody loves hearing about your coffee. So he started coming up with a whole list of names for you. Because it was all because Tommy Lee was calling you the Grand Roastress. Okay, he's the one that started it. So then John jumped into it. He was calling you. He had so many
crazy names.
Yes,
we're not
crazy.
even going to mention all of those.
No, and apparently, according to you, somebody came into your store.
Yes,
and had written down all the names. They were not mean names. They were just. They had. I came up with the Queen of Beans.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And
all kinds of different things.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
yes.
we'll just call you Regina, which does mean queen, by the way,
does.
in Latin.
So
yes,
the Bean
hello.
Queen. Just call me the Bean Queen.
The Bean Queen. I love it. I do. Yeah. So you are not a coffee snob. You're a coffee expert.
Thank you.
And
I like to try to, explain that to people when they come in to buy, their beans and their blends. And I just enjoy sharing with people like a little bit of knowledge, but also I just want to keep it simple because I feel like some people just need the basics when they're brewing their coffee at home. I guess what sets us apart from other cafes and your corporate large stores is we are just your little mom and pop shop. We've been here for 20 years and we pride ourselves on featuring fresh roasted coffee, which means it's turned every 30 days on our shelf. We don't let it sit. It's dated. And I think that's important for people to know. And when you're coming in, especially if you're shopping for an espresso, it's important to know what is in your espresso and how it's going to taste when you're brewing it. Right. Is this going to be good in a latte? Is this good for an Americano? Are you drinking it straight? So that brings me to my next item that I wanted to just share about, and that's the different coffee schools that we're going to be offering. I have some descriptions today that I wanted to just kind of mention.
Wait, coffee schools?
Yes. So as you know, we announced this week that we are opening our new showroom, and I'm excited to welcome people in. The ribbon cutting is happening on November 7th at 10 a.m. So if your listeners would like to stop by, we would welcome that.
That's
coming up.
Yeah.
Quick. And we're going to be...
It's Friday, right?
Yes,
okay.
Friday.
Friday morning.
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Ribbon cutting.
Yes. With the Chamber.
With the Chamber of Commerce of Goshen. And I'm sure neighbors and friends that are cheering you on because this has been a long time in the making.
It has.
It's
years.
been a huge process for you. I watched it closely over the past couple of years. Mm-hmm. And it's finally coming. It's finally here. And I'm so happy for you.
It's just, it's a really amazing feeling to know that I've worked on this for 2 to 3 years. And the remodeling has taken a long time, getting all of the proper, city
permits,
codes and all that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's finally happening. And I just am excited to welcome people into our space, to be able to sit and enjoy a cup of coffee and to be able to shop and taste different coffees. And then on our one end, we are calling it our coffee lab. And this will be having special classes that we're offering to the public. And one of the first ones I'm going to offer is called the Brew School. And
that is so cute.
It is just basics in brewing. And what we will do is take coffee and brew it 3 to 4 different ways and let you taste it so that you can know what you're buying. So if you're buying a French press, this is how it will taste versus a drip versus an AeroPress.
Wow.
So just teaching people the importance of even grinding your coffee correctly and using the right water. Like, it's so important. And these are not expensive things that you have to put into your kitchen necessarily or your home coffee bar, but they're very simple things that we can help tweak for your brewer. So
I think it's great because, you're giving us, because yes, you roast it professionally, expertly there. But then once you get it home, and I think of you every time I brew my coffee because I have a very cheap coffee thing. Yeah. I mean, it was literally $12.
Is it a drip coffee maker or is it a percolator?
It's a drip.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And I feel so guilty all the time because I'm like, I have the best coffee in the world. But that's the thing. Your coffee is so good. It tastes good even in a cheap little thing. That should have been gone a long time ago.
Well, maybe it's time for a new gift for Christmas from one of your friends.
It could be.
Maybe.
It could be. Hello, anyone listening out there? I do have your French press, though. Pot.
Yes.
I do have that. And you know what? I would like to start using that. And so I'm going to come to your brew school, and I'm going to learn how to use it.
Yeah. And it's not hard. I know a lot of people get overwhelmed when they go in to buy a new piece of equipment, and they think, well, I have no idea what I'm doing. I had a gentleman that came in about a week ago, and he was heading to Florida, and he had just purchased like a $2,000 machine.
Wow!
And it's a Jura, and he said, "I'm just going to be using this flavored coffee in it, and I'm just brewing espresso with it." And I was like, "Whoa!" I said, "No, I would not recommend that. I would recommend using like a single origin or an espresso blend." And he got all befuddled and he's like, "I don't know what I'm doing." And I said, "You know what? Yes, you do. You can learn this." So we ground it for him. Actually, no, we kept that whole bean, but he had a special grinder he was going to use. And so, we get all kinds of people in that want to use a flavored coffee in their espresso machine. And you know what? You can do that, but
don't.
we don't recommend it because what happens if you're brewing a blueberry coffee, it's going to be really hard to get that flavor out of your brew basket.
I see.
To when you actually want to brew an espresso.
Okay.
Everything's going to taste blueberry.
Which would be fine with me, but a lot of people don't prefer that. They just don't like flavored coffee
some
for whatever
people
reason.
really enjoy it. So we tell them, kudos to you. And then we teach them how to clean out their grinder really well. There's a little trick to that too. So just some different options.
Yeah. You really are a maven. You know everything there is to know about coffee and drinking good coffee. And I always feel good, like I'm doing something nice for myself when I drink your coffee. I'm like, you know what? Life's too short. You always say this. I didn't make it up. You did. Life's too short for a bad cup of coffee.
I probably didn't coin that phrase, but I know it's been out there. And it is true because I feel like we spend so much money on other things that we think are so important, but why not go back to basics and enjoy a good cup of coffee? Buy yourself a nice brewer and a good grinder because it's worth it. You will thank yourself later.
Yes, and then you've got someone right here that can do it for you. Her name is Regina Troyer, getting ready for her grand opening Friday morning, this coming Friday morning. 10 a.m., the ribbon is going to be cut for this new expanded store space and even places to sit and sip your coffee and learn how to brew and roast, everything. You can learn everything that you want there. And it's already very beautiful because I had a sneak peek. So looking forward to that. We're going to come back with Regina and talk more about November flavors and just everything you want to know about drinking the best cup of coffee in the world.
Podcasts by Federated Media.